Back now on EA Sports at venerable Soldier Field here in Chicago. We're in the first quarter of play, and it's the Saints in control of the football. Play action now. Winston. And incomplete to open things up.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do, because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now back to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Now a handoff working right. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll set up to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd down and inches. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Marcus Davenport. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Bears 5, Saints nothing.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Jameis Winston sacked.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. To return is Taylor. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Saints, nothing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Eddie Goldman able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now he's going to use his left. And Winston lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Winston on the keeper. Fumble on the play.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now they try the right side here. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
The 41-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
The 49-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56.
A handoff as they run the counter play. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 19 yards away as the Bears push further out in front. Keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They're going to try and run. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight?
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taylor now returning it. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 24-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
19. Saints nothing.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
That's a tremendous start to the 3rd quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. He's going up top for Taylor. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On second down, Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now a handoff looking right. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's got a first down past the 30. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. All going deep here for Taylor. It's caught at the 10. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 63 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Intercepted by the
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the interception, Winston out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And
from the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Boy, how good has this defense been, seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 60 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. You know, at first down, they run with Camaras. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. On the move to his left. He'll run it. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down throw for Winston. Gets this to his standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Saints.
From the gun, Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. A gain of 6 there on first.
Pass. Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Bears.
To throw is Winston. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Winston now to throw on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll throw again. Winston. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
Winston's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Jameis again. Rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Bears on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
6-yard line.
To throw again on second down, Winston. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down. And 4 yards to go.
Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 50 yards to line.
Throwing again, Winston on second and 10. And it's caught. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new coach.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
A loss of 4 yards.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
handoff as they run the counter play. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
6.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
56 to Mike.
They'll look to throw here. He's going up top for Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
The pass intercepted by the Saints.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. To try again after the sack. Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
Winston's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.